You're running Coliseum Smoothie and you need teams for the opening fights. I've got you covered. People of the Manor, welcome to today's YouTube video. Today I'm showing you my teams for the opening fights for Coliseum Smoothie. By the end of this video, you should have a few ideas on how to get through these opening fights. Let's get started. I don't think any of these powers are actually necessary, but damage reduction and auto heal helps as always. You don't even need level 3 despair reduction because Coliseum Neptune will remove the despair by 5 turns anyway. Against the opening fight for Cracker, I'm using a Treasure Map Jack team. Treasure Map Jack reduces the duration of % damage reduction by 2 turns, so having 2 of him works out. You might notice that I have a V2 Raid Blackbeard as well. He removes the duration by 1 turn, so if you wanted to bring a more powerful powerhouse captain as a friend captain, you could do that as well. Coliseum Neptune is there to handle the despair against Cracker. Raid Kuma is there to handle all of the block orbs and also boost our orbs, and then Chinjiao is there to help us tank the hit on Cracker's death hit. The first stage is a great time to spend some time to stall on turtles, otherwise you don't really need to worry about too much for the first 3 stages. Just stall when you can and get your specials ready for stage 4, particularly Jack and Blackbeard. For stage 4, you're going to be up against the Randolph and King Bomb mini bosses. Here, use both of your TM Jacks, or just one if you brought one, and then Blackbeard if you need that 3rd turn of damage % reduction. I used 1 TM Jack on each of the 2 enemies to distribute the damage a bit more. However, this probably isn't required. As you'll see, I do end up taking the 2 special limit from King Bomb, but this doesn't even really matter. If you bring a more powerful friend captain for powerhouse teams, you won't even need to worry about this, but even if you don't have anyone stronger on your friends list, this team still works fine. Once you get to Cracker, use Neptune first to boost your orbs for 3 turns and get rid of the despair that Cracker gives you. Then use Raid Kuma to change all of those block orbs into matching. This won't be enough damage to take out Cracker, but because he locked your orbs, we'll keep our matching orbs until the next turn. On the 2nd turn, just use Don Chinjiao and then land all your perfects. You'll win easily, and then Don Chinjiao will help you tank that death hit. For this team, dang it, Heracles. Heracles does make this a little bit more difficult to stall, but you should be fine on the first stage anyway. Your sockets here aren't too important either. Damage reduction helps, as does cooldown reduction and auto heal, but since there's no binding or despairing that we're planning on getting hit with, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, the team we're using is Coliseum Lucy, Coliseum Rayleigh, Treasure Map Shanks, Neo Ivankov, Ambush Garp, and a friend Lufus. As is the case with most Coliseums, just stall on the first 3 stages so you have your specials ready for stage 4. I made it a point to swap to Ace before entering on Bavaroy. That way I could swap back to Luffy and get a guaranteed quick orb on him. However, I did my specials in the wrong order and was too lazy to redo it, so it ended up being useless. As I mentioned, I made a few clerical errors here, but here's what I would do now that I'm thinking clearly. First, I would use Lucy to give us a few matching orbs on the available slots. Then I would use Shanks to reshuffle the orbs that aren't matching. And then I would swap Ace to Luffy to guarantee a matching orb on Luffy. Once you get to Daifuku, the rest is easy. I would use Rayleigh first to get rid of the silence, and then Ivankov to randomly shuffle all your orbs, Shanks, and then Lufus. Hit all your perfects and clear. Easy peasy. If you want to see the teams I'm using for Smoothie Coliseum, you can see those right here. If you want an overall guide of the Smoothie Coliseum, you can see that right here. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button and hit the little bell so you never miss a single OPTC guide. And if you want live assistance with One Piece Treasure Cruise, come join us on Twitch or in our Discord. Links in the description, and happy cruising.